Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the UI Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The UI Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't have...
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the "This Novel is Amazing" competition. I've just...
Okay. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsetias to become stronger. It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating sunsetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly churl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick up...
All right, then. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style.
All right, leave it to... This could be a pretty tough job. What a strange... Someone like that could easily become the top martial art... You do have... The suspense is... Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can... Yeah! The plot is rude. With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda... Paimon thinks it might... Well, if so... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Hey! Paimon thought we agreed not to bring that one up.
It's okay. I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that this was how ordinary people viewed the Shogun. She would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions. In reality, the reason for drawing her blade determines the martial form to use, and the degree of power with which to imbue it. Since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended at all. On the contrary, I find the author's powers of imagination quite admirable. That said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are all reviewed by Miko herself. Which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact, no. It may even have been her idea in the first place.
So what do you think of Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent back when I decided in accordance with... But the fact is that both the food... I disagree with your point of view, but the truth...
And that's exactly... Sure, it's not...
Yes. Thank you for inviting me out. This may be... I've seen a lot.
Ooh, great!
Take a photo?
It's okay.
So...
We're taking a photo. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Okay. So what exactly is striking a pose? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural. All right. Well, I'll leave the decision. Okay. I'll try that. Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record. It's a wrap! Take a look! Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special!
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler. Hey, that's right! Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence? I think I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you Based on what I have seen, but it would be incorrect to both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god. Perhaps.
Sounds to Paimon like eight, and that means that.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy? Oh, that sounded like Ipe.
Ipe? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's.
Logan must have her reasons.
Hey, Ipe! What's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to... In fairness, he does have a habit of taking... But for some reason...
Kujo Kamaji.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the...
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the
Forgive us so much. The Kujo clan's reputation... So...
Surely they would be discussing.
Actually, the meeting place is...
Takatsukasa.
Yes, that's... I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet. Yeah, I thought of that pop... No need. I'm not as smart as...
Let's go see what's happening. With me present. Besides, this has only come about because I failed.
Thank you so much. Let me mark out the loop. Yeah.
Look at how well it...
I can't think of a reason anyway. I feel...
Huh?
We should proceed with...
Shroud! Rah!
I hear everything.
Going somewhere? To the ferry?
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Be sanctified.
Finally, to the ferry. It's kind of like
Bow
day.
your head.
See no more.
There is no escape!
Shake it and stir.
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
More. To the ferry.
Inazuma shines eternal!
To the ferry. It's my lucky day. There's more. Finally, let's get down to business.
Think you can bully me?
The perfect
By royal
distance.
decree.
Silence! The tide's
To the
shaken.
ferry. Finally, ferry. My lucky day.
Torn to oblivion!
Let's get down to business. Going somewhere?
And Shroud! I hear everything!
Boom! To the ferry. Finally,
Can't see?
how's this? To the ferry. It's my lucky day.
Yeah, can't handle your drink.
Be sanctified.
Looks like it's about time to head over to the venue again. I'm still curious what Changyu saw the other day.
It's my lucky day.
Illusion shattered!
And Shroud!
Now you shall perish!
To the ferry.
Shine down!
Shake it and stir.
One with the force. Let's nip that in the bud.
Fall before me! Settle down! Silence!
Illusion shattered!
Fall before me! Cheap tricks!
I hear everything! And Shroud! Keep up.
Look, it's Kujo Kamaji. But who's he with?
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the Almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the Almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the Almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the Almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade. Well, never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done. even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, and right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do—
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a— However, in the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue support—
As you instruct.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the oak— Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
impression, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. He has shown me how some things remain the same. I also have
So what's next for the Kujo?
not a chance. Still, the Shogun, I have much to contemplate, and I think I'll leave that to the as I said. But I've made up my mind. This has
Absolutely. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again.
no need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in...
Okay, see you next time. Considering a lot of what happened, the only thing left to do is... Miko, where
Did you know? What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. That's the most...
Yeah.
To put it nicely, even deities and... Anyway, next time you wish...
What?
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong...
Ad Astra recently. The
traveler...
I will spare the pleasantries then. Well, let me go. Yes. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous good.
Is the Tenri...
Yes. Their main... The Adventurers Guild is one of... You have our... I will mark on your...
Relax. The sacred...
Ad Astra...
Thank you for
Forest. I occasionally offer
Keeping the sacred...
Ad Astra...
I'm used to the rain, but you should probably use an umbrella. Why is there a chest here?
You're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them! Oz, reveal thyself!
Settle down! The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Wings of darkness, come! Think you can bully me? Diana special!
I'll uproot you!
Settle down! Be sanctified. Silence!
By royal decree!
Bow your head.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryo Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
One with the forest. Let's nip that in the bud.
Silence! Let the mighty be humble.
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun?
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the...
Okay, sounds more like A. It is, you sure made short work of them!
I'm making early preparation. Last time we took a walk around Enid. Since then,
Makes sense.
might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I considered this matter worthy of my... If the show... Precisely. But Rift...
A disaster?
Yes. Everything... The monsters... Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution,
Guess you can't argue.
since we are both from the traces they've left in the surround.
Paimon feels so safe when we're... Oh, yeah! This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred sakura takes damage! Let's follow it. It should be this way!
हेलो पैमान अरे सब पता नहीं कहाँ पे मर गए
We are
Yeah.
lucky. The damage is not too serious.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it
कैसे
sap
हो?
or something? And how come it's... Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time
हाँ
we've
मैं
seen
भी
ghosts on
बढ़िया
our
हूँ
journey. But
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
ये वाला
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
डूब गया मेरा ट्रिप का प्लान भी
monsters are
बह
everywhere.
गया पानी में
They're merciless, ferocious. They will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, the almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely
क्या
on
डिस्कॉर्ड देखो
ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry.
I think
I'm right here.
40 से 50 मिनट और लगेगा घर में
The Shogun?
आने ओ घर
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma.
सिक्किम
Only the glow of your supreme lightning
ट्रिप पे
can
जाने वाला
dispel
था
this
एक
terrible
हफ्ते के लिए
darkness. Please.
तो सिक्किम डूब गया
Inazuma will be reduced to
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
over. But what do you mean?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is
कहाँ पे हो?
Inazuma at peace. There are no monsters. Nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere.
क्या ये बताए हमारे साथ
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
एक काम करो पाइमोन कोर्ट में जाके कंप्लेंट कर दो
Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity.
घर पे पूजा के छुट्टी में आया 2 साल बाद अच्छा
Thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After an entity purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the...
So the memories of the ones that...
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was
he
describing
mentioned the
just now...
Shogun was
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were
बुबा मामी के
local
लिए
in
अगले
origin,
से फार्मिंग चालू
while others
कर दूं सोच रहा हूँ
Others came from the
I
now
think
fallen kingdom of
राइडन
Aeria.
ना ऐसा
The
पूरे
disaster
गेम
in
में
Inazuma caused me great
जितने
concern.
भी कैरेक्टर है
I
आई
felt
थिंक
that
कि
I had to
राइडन
step
का
in
डिमांड
before it was
सबसे
too late.
ज्यादा है
Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it,
So...
indeed, I never had the chance to see her once. But even then,
Hey...
yes,
हाँ वन
For the
शॉट में
longest
हाई
time,
डैमेज राइडन का
I
ही
couldn't
है
bring
शायद
myself
ही
to face the
लगे
pain of that
नहीं
loss.
इसका
All
भी
my
है
martial might was in vain.
हुटाओ का भी है
Though I could call...
हुटाओ देन चाइल्ड बट राइडन का प्लेस कुछ अलग ही लेवल का है
After my clash, when I traveled around, moving forward, just think of that. All those who sacrificed as Inazuma. Warriors, I will...
He's taking all this pretty hard.
जब फर्स्ट टाइम राइडन आया था ना, मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ भाई, सब पागल हो गए थे। हाँ उसके अंदर मैं भी था। एग्राबेट पे ज़्यादा ही हिट कर डाला राइडन। नहीं होटाओ का फिर भी ज़्यादा है राइडन से ये ना।
Leave them to me.
ओके फिर से वो शुरू होने वाला है। बटन प्रेस करते रहो बस। एंड एक और मैं तुम्हें घटिया चीज दिखाऊं। ये देखो चूतिया बनती। एंड एक और चीज पता है, C3 दिया है, वेपन सब कुछ सेम दिया है। हाँ टैलेंट में ठीक कर सकता हूँ, बट ये चूतिया बनती क्यों?
Illusion shattered. Ha! There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
हाँ मेरा गेम अटक गया। ओके हाँ जेसिन का यही चुनाव है, हर कैरेक्टर में नोबलेस फेस डाल देता है। हाँ उन्होंने फोर्सेट वो बना के रखा है, कोई भी डीपीएस कैरेक्टर कोई भी कैरेक्टर आएगा भाई इस पे घुसा दो नोबलेस। पता नहीं कौन से जमाने का रिश्ता है नोबलेस। या
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation, I must be prepared.
Mix! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has... I'm afraid, after all.
What should we do? Oh, yeah.
I see. Most of the rest...
तुम्हें पाइमॉन जब तुमने ये वाला स्टोरी किया था तुम्हें कैसा लगा? राइटन का सेकंड स्टोरी।
One thing she... So you see, as... It won't be long, but I suppose once this kit... Oh, goodness, the Almighty Show. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hate. Really? But it's always been right by my side.
मैं पहले स्टोरी के बारे में ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा, but सेकंड वाला स्टोरी
Don't worry about it. Take a...
Almighty Shogun.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea is an
It's the Traveler. And the Almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh,
and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
If it was Raiden, it would be the last day.
Well, it's not often we have the chat.
Right.
I seldom had, so he may well have the philosophy.
You and Muck.
Indeed, we did. In her eyes, the most they are similar. When you came now.
Wow.
Makoto saw an ambition. Makoto was.
That's.
To put it simply, I didn't know. I suppose what it
And
comes down to. Yes.
Paimon, अभी तक जेंशिन का जितना भी टेलर आया है ना, मेरा one of the best टेलर, मेरा, मतलब मेरा favorite टेलर है, 2.5 का.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
मुझे भी पसंद नहीं हो. वो जो corrosion damage करता है, I hate this doggy. जिसमें अपना बॉस 2.5 वाला मेरा फेवरेट टेलर है अभी तक का. आगे फ्यूचर में पता नहीं क्या होगा, बट अभी तक का मेरा फेवरेट टेलर.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set.
Or?
So, we didn't even...
The information held in the ley...
Let's make...
Well, this chance won't come often.
Okay, कोई तो...
We do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on...
Okay, tea कौन बना रहा है वो देखो पहले.
The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
टी कौन बना रहा है?
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
You don't need to.
You're right. I've been back at the events.
She died at...
Yes. Unlike me. But this time. Yes. She had all... It was there. Why did she... It was there.
That's...
रोना धोना बंद कर.
I was shocked to find that that's exactly what everyone back then told me.
नया bond of life वाला
mechanics भी time immemorial. No one, in the end.
कौन सा bond of life वाला?
Really hard to understand.
पता नहीं मुझे तुम कौन सा mechanics की बात कर रहे हैं.
But even, and it's time I came to
I
terms
think मैं पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you had...
Brother, you mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Kanria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help.
Oh, well, boy, both of you...
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the tea master's memory.
HP drain करता है continuously, attack buff देता है, healing bond of life से ज़्यादा. सही है भाई ना HP drain करता जाएगा. अच्छा?
Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
रुको उससे पहले मैं heal कर लेता हूँ. Corrosion damage with buff. I see. अबे हाँ क्या ऊपर ऊपर ही जाना है ना या फिर नीचे जाना था आई थिंक नीचे को जाना था ना या ओ दिख रहा है मुझे
Keep up.
Let's go.
Once again, please leave.
Hey!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
जिंगलियो को ये टीआर डीपीएस पोजीशन दिया है
Shine down. There is no escape.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. There is no escape.
पेंगुइन का वो स्विच देखने को तुमने देखा वो चीज तुमने विटनेस किया तो फिर
Now you shall perish.
पेंगुइन एक्चुअली में मर गया है पता है ना
Illusion shattered.
साइमन तुमने ये स्टोरी किया है ना या फिर मैंने तुम्हें स्पॉइलर दे दिया
Shine down. Erase all threats. Inazuma shines eternal.
हाँ वो वाला स्टोरी क्वेस्ट वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्टोरी क्वेस्ट है आई थिंक कि वो बहुत अच्छा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट है वो वाला आगे करते हो ना पाइमन
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breath. We'll deal with Look, that's the
वो जो
same line
इन्वर्टर
again.
लोन है देन वो जो ब्लेड्स उसके वो जो फाइट होता है वो जो कट सीन वो जो बॉस भाई वो वाला स्टोरी को पेंगुइन ने क्या बिगाड़ा था फंटेलिया का जाके एक जापर मारो उसको क्यों मारा यार मुझे भी बहुत बुरा फील हुआ था इस टाइम को
Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back for more.
हाँ कट सीन नेक्स्ट लेवल था इस स्टोरी क्वेस्ट में ब्लेड वर्सेस डैंग का कट सीन वो अपना क्रायो सिंचू भी है ना उसके अंदर फिर एंड में जिंगलुए का कट सीन देख
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the
बहुत
situation looks
बहुत
bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
मैं बोल सकता हूँ जेंसन से भी वो वाला जो पार्ट था बहुत खतरनाक पार्ट था
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. but now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the almighty Shogun!
Think you can bully me? Can't handle your drink. Huh?
And trap! I hear everything! Yeah.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
एक मिनट अबे घंटा कुछ नहीं दिख रहा यार हट जाए
Royal decree.
One with the forest.
Shaken and stirred.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Silence!
Let's nip that in the bud.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
Okay.
You fought for
Question.
It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back.
ये
And when they do,
अपना ओरिजिनल बॉडी छोड़ के राइडन का बॉडी क्यों यूज कर रहा था
Quickly, escort her
मतलब
excellency back to
क्यों
Inazuma's
यूज कर रहा
site
है
and regroup with the general's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come up.
Okay.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best.
Another
The
Raiden
almighty
seems
Shogun
like
is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn
नहीं
back the tide
मुझे
of
ना ये
despair
चीज़ ना
and lead us
बहुत
onward
पहले
into
से मेरे
the
माइंड में
future.
था क्योंकि मुझे स्टोरी ज़्यादा उस टाइम पे
No
समझ
matter
भी
what
नहीं
kind
आया
of
था
threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
क्योंकि ये दोनों ना बहुत कंफ्यूज क्रिएट करता है
Thank
ये
you all
एंड
very
राइडन
much.
शोगन
I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this
मतलब
moment
राइडन
forth, know that
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live, with you leading us.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
टाटा बाय बाय
They're gone.
it was both. The people's sacrifice has all the result being that in the century you could take the view, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well,
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think, but what Inazuma, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she... Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
स्प्राइट पीना है
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes,
मको जाने के
I
बाद
am
ए ने
committed to
अपने
bringing this to fruition.
कॉन्शियसनेस को
This is
इस
my
दुनिया
promise.
के अंदर बंद कर दिया
Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds,
सामने
this
जो था
matter
वो
is halfway
राइडन
resolved.
पपेट था इटर्निटी
It
तक
does not appear
इनाजुमा
that the
को
threat will
रूल
escalate for the
करने के
time
लिए किया
being.
था इन्हें। हाँ वो तो मुझे भी पता है
and Yashiro commissions to
नहीं
handle
मैं
the
अभी
follow-up
इसमें
work,
बात कर रहा हूँ
such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
क्योंकि ये बोलता है कि राइडन मतलब जो राइडन है वो ये जो अभी जो बॉडी वो जो यूज कर रहा है वो उस बॉडी को यूज करने नहीं दे रहा है
Paimon bets her emotions must be up. She seems to have... Huh? What's wrong, Ed? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation...
क्योंकि रियल राइडन बाहर नहीं आ सकती ना उसका खुद का बॉडी ही नहीं बचा बस कॉन्शियसनेस बचा है अच्छा
No need. She is calling me. The time has come. I need to go to the cave.
Why? What?
A battleground.
ये पपेट खुद की मर्जी का मालिक है राइडन बस कुछ देर के लिए आया था इसके बॉडी में तभी हाँ मुझे लगा था दोनों का अलग अलग बॉडी होगा बट ये चीज मैंने नोटिस नहीं किया था कि ये का अपना खुद का बॉडी नहीं है बस उसका खुद का कॉन्शियसनेस बचा है
Keep up.
Dust.
What the heck? Hello. Let's go. मैं ready हूँ. मैं ready हूँ.
The entrance should be nearby.
मकोटो जैसे अपने को बंद करके गया था स्वॉर्ड ऑफ इशिन में जो राइडन बुबा से निकालती है वैसे ही ये ने खुद को बंद करके रखा है इथियोपिया के अंदर बॉडी नहीं इसका हाँ या साकुरा फैन के नाम
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we going?
मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ कि वो वाला बॉस के लिए ये मेरा थर्ड टाइम होगा
Whoa. This place...
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. Don't you?
ये तो पता है कि
But have you really
Raiden
been
Shogun
enlightened with
puppet है.
new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets a pay showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No.
Infinite
The Shogun
ultimate
herself is the
मिलने वाला है.
manifestation of my past ideals. I would not try to change...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you tack it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
मैं इसका सेकंड फाइट के लिए बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ यार. वो वाला फाइट मुझे कब करने को मिलेगा यार. यामिको से जाके बात करो, ये करो, वो करो. सीधा मुझे उस पे डाल दो यार.
Now you shall perish. Sweeping kitchen and sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
Yeah.
She's completely recovered?
हम भी हील हो जाएंगे, टेंशन नहीं.
Insolent, swarm to oblivion. Fleeting shadow. Thunder. Be gone. There is no escape. Absurd. Weak.
फिर से ये लोग पता है चुतिया बनते क्या कर रही है इसको लेके यार. क्या मजा आ गया.
Inazuma shines eternal. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma.
बच्चे पता है क्या एल्बेडो को बनाया था ये क्या. हाँ पता है, वो चीज मुझे पता है.
Never. For the rest of time.
वो चीज पता है मुझे.
Pathetic. Shine down. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
कितनी बार उसका HP काम करना है?
Sweeps the lands. Ha! Now you shall perish. Shattered.
Okay. Hello Reef, welcome to stream bro. कैसे हो? Please give up it.
Awaits.
Yeah?
Have you finally defeated her?
Please give up. Huh? Raiden का skill animation 6-star character
It
जैसा है.
appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
अरे पाइमन तुम्हें इसकी बात समझ में मुझे ठीक से समझ में नहीं आया. Sword is Shogun, puppet is Jende.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a
Maybe. But if I don't do this is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in... It is about time I understand that.
मुझे यार बुसोनो हिताची यूज करना था ultimate.
Makoto spoke. I fight, I vow to during my absence.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
लात मार के हमें बाहर फेंक दिया. क्या मजाक है. हाँ.
Looks like we got kicked. Oh, what am I... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why
हाँ मैं आया
she's
थोड़ा
there in the first place?
मैच हाइलाइट देख के.
And then she might never leave again! Yeah, is there any way we can cut down how long
बेस्ट मोमेंट तुम मिस करने वाले हो.
Or, you know, help... Well, whatever. Oh, but okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Okay. Oh, you're right. Who knows?
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
अरे जाऊंगा कटसीन से
Someone's not
पहले.
in the best of moods.
आ जाऊंगा कटसीन से
let me
पहले.
guess.
Okay.
I hope you realize how lucky you... That was a figure of speech.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Almost
okay,
time
I
आ ही
see.
गया है.
So, impossibly. You know as well as I do that she's always rushed into it. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer... Aha. You're learning, little one. All I know.
Because, right?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different. Anyway, we needn't worry. First things first. Follow me.
Okay. उससे पहले मैं हील करके आता हूँ. या ये है उसका लास्ट पार्ट. लेट्स गो.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location. But you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
You... Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh. Well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nico, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity. Inferior. This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about... I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have... Yet... And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to... I noticed it also. This blade, but... It was at once a... You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, You held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to Did you know what was I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
This scenery.
Goodbye, Makoto.
500 years. Elemental reaction and the intro कोड किए थे blah 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 blah. हमें तो पता ही नहीं था कि हाइपर ग्रूम नाम का भी कोई रिएक्शन है. Hello Nick, welcome to the stream bro. कैसे हो? Hi, can I ask you a question?
So the A of
Jarur.
the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter
आज कुछ
what
ज़्यादा ही
she
लेट हो
did,
गया
it's quite
बाहर
incredible.
निकलने तक पता ही नहीं
All
चला.
of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderly...
I don't... I know what you mean. Without the sacred Sakura...
I know you've always perceived that you've tried in the...
No.
The sacred Sakura... I'm joking. And obviously,
अभी भी
it's fair
question
to
पर
say
सोच
that
रहे हो
very
क्या?
little time passed between the moment... Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all the flow of...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on
क्या
the
आपको क्यों ये
inside
कर-
and the outside. So
Q&A?
it was a great shock to me when the
मुझे
traveler
कोई Q&A
reappeared.
नहीं करना है
My first thought was,
नहीं वो बोल रहा
as
था
a
ना
great disaster
कि
before
क्वेश्चन
that,
पूछना है
it turned out you
अब
had
क्या
come to
क्वेश्चन क्या
rescue me.
गूगल सर्च करने गया है क्या
You came from my... You too...
Hey,
my body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
always thrilled to hear you're in good health. After all,
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. I have to say,
Raiden
this has reminded me
cup
once
size
more
कितना
just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future
जितना
would
मुझसुनो
unfold,
हितोताची है
all the way back then. It's all thanks to her. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything.
Thank you.
today at Makoto and you...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the exact same.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
मैं तो इस कैटेगरी में
We will
रखूंगा
have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I, after that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer
fine since it, but at that time,
my first. It's all thanks to her.
It's for trouble than it's worth.
We